So, have you ever wondered how a kid, like a 15-year-old, can run a whole business just from their laptop? Well, today we're going to break down the complete AI toolkit they're using to do exactly that. We're talking about a system that handles, everything, from the initial research all the way to creating content and managing clients. Okay, this quote right here, it pretty much sums up the new rulebook for business. It basically says, "He who knows how to use AI knows how to run a business." And that's not just some cool-sounding phrase. It's the fundamental idea we're going to unpack today. So if you're young and you're ambitious, listen up, because this is the main thing. AI isn't something you should be afraid of. It's the most powerful tool you have. It's your secret weapon, the thing that lets you run circles around everyone else. It is your ultimate unfair advantage.
And get this, the person who built this exact system, his name is Yash Jain, and he's only 15 years old. So this isn't some abstract theory. This is a real-world workflow being used right now. His story is all the proof you need that your age doesn't matter when it comes to building something amazing.
All right, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll talk about the mindset, your new advantage. Then, we'll dive deep into the three toolkits, the research stack, the execution stack, and the productivity stack. And at the end, we'll put it all together so you can start building your own. So let's kick things off with a big picture here. This is not just a random list of 10 cool apps, okay? This is a complete system that makes starting a business like 10 times easier. It's what lets you build something really sophisticated without needing a giant team or a ton of cash.
You know, every great business starts with knowing your stuff. And that brings us to our first set of tools, the research stack. Before you even think about building anything, you got to understand your market, your competitors, and your customers. These tools are basically your own personal detective agency.
First up, Perplexity AI. Just think of it as Google on steroids. It doesn't just throw a bunch of links at you. No, it gives you straight-up answers and shows its work with credible citations, which is perfect for market research. You could ask it something like, "Hey, what are the top 10 problems my target customers face? Give me real data." And boom, hours of work done in seconds. Okay, but what if you need to dig a little deeper? That's what Gemini Advanced is for. Its superpower is deep analysis. You can literally feed it these huge, dense research papers or competitor reports and just ask it to spit out a content plan or a full-on strategic breakdown. This is how you turn raw data into an actual plan. And to finish up our research toolkit, we've got Claude. Think of it as your personal analyst. It's a genius at taking a total mess of ideas and making it crystal clear, especially when you're writing long stuff. Yash actually used it to design his academy's whole curriculum because it's just so good at organizing complex info into clean tables and solid offers.
All right, quick recap of the research stack. You've got Perplexity for fast market research, Gemini for the deep dive strategy, and Claude for structuring all your big ideas. With these three, your intelligence game is totally on point.
All right, so you've done your homework. Now it's time to actually build something, right? This brings us to the execution stack. This is all about taking those ideas and that research and turning them into real products, content, and designs. And first up, it's the big one you've probably all heard of, ChatGPT. But don't just see it as a chatbot. No, think of it as your Swiss Army knife for getting things done. It's the engine for pretty much any kind of writing you can think of. Social media ads, video scripts, even entire sales pages. For someone flying solo, it's just a must-have. So once you start creating all this stuff, you're going to need a place to put it all, right? That's where Notion AI comes in. This is so much more than just a notes app. It's your business's command center. It's where you manage everything, projects, clients, content, even your own habits. It literally becomes the brain of your whole operation.
Okay, what about making things look good? With Canva AI, you seriously don't need to be a graphic designer anymore to have an amazing-looking brand. We're talking video thumbnails, presentations, social media graphics. It handles the design, giving your business that pro look right from the get-go.
And boom, that's your execution stack. ChatGPT for the words, Notion AI for the organization, and Canva AI to make it all look amazing. With just these three, you can bring pretty much any idea you have to life.
So, you've got your strategy and your creation tools. But look, none of that matters if you can't manage your most valuable resource, your time. And that brings us to our final set of tools, the productivity stack, which is all about streamlining how you work.
If you're a student trying to juggle school and a business, you absolutely need an AI calendar like Motion or Reclaim. It's non-negotiable. It intelligently schedules your to-do list, helps you block out your day, and builds routines that you can actually stick to so nothing important slips through the cracks.
All right, next up, meetings. Firefly's AI is like having a personal assistant on every single call. It joins your client meetings, records and transcribes the whole thing, and even pulls out the key action items for you. This is a huge deal because it lets you just focus on the conversation instead of scrambling to take notes.
Now, for all you video creators out there, Descript is an absolute game changer. It completely changes how you edit by letting you edit video just like it's a text document. It gets rid of all those ums and ahs automatically, adds subtitles with one click, and it will seriously cut your editing time in half.
And last but not least, let's talk sound. 11 Labs gives you that super clean, professional podcast-level audio for your videos or voiceovers without you having to go out and buy a bunch of expensive gear. If you want to sound legit from the very beginning, this is how you do it.
And that's the whole productivity stack right there. Motion for your schedule, Fireflies for your meetings, Descript for your video, and 11 Labs for your audio. It's a full system to make you unbelievably efficient.
So there you have it, the whole 10-tool system laid out for you. But look, the goal here isn't for you to just go and copy this exact list. The real point is to give you the pieces so you can build your own powerful, personalized AI workflow.
If there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this quote. The real danger isn't that AI is going to take your job. The real danger is being the person who refuses to use it. This is about making you better, not replacing you. We've literally handed you the playbook. The blueprint is right here, tool by tool, strategy by strategy. So the only question left, and it's the only one that really matters, is what are you going to build with it?